All right, what's good? I'm about to get ready for an audition, and figure while I do so, I'll go ahead and tell you this story about how I almost ended up unalived or arrested while working. So, this is what 20. I want to say 2022. Yeah, 2022, and I was doing door to door. I don't know. We shouldn't call it deliveries. We couldn't call it sales. It was low key tricking people into taking stuff for free, right? So something they were able to register for it, but they were supposed to go get it, not have us bring it to their door. So essentially, the company gets government contract to distribute the devices, right, to people who are eligible, and the people are supposed to find us. My company decided to take a direct approach and go find the people. So it's LA, it's the summertime, anywhere from 80 to 100 degrees any given day, and they have me going door to door, activating devices, right? And so this right here is my face bomb. It's my ish, about to make me look beautiful. But anyway, so we're assigned a neighborhood for about 3 days to a week, and we're supposed to go through this neighborhood and find people to activate the devices for. So I suck at it low key, just because we're in LA, like I said, and I'm predominantly in Hispanic neighborhoods and Spanish speaking neighborhoods. So I open the door, they start speaking to me in Spanish. That's pretty much the end of the conversation. They tell me to go away. And so this one neighborhood, finally, I got a Caucasian dude. He seemed a little out of it, and he wasn't the most responsive because I had to get like IDs and some form of government, whether you had Social Security, EBT, like some form of government assistance or aid. And I needed an ID in order to activate the device. And so dude came, I'm telling him like I got your device, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm interested. I want it. But wait, I'm like, oh, you're saying it's free? It's a smartphone? Whatever. And so I sent him to go get his registration like information, and he couldn't find it, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. I can come back tomorrow. I'm in the neighborhood all week. And this is when things started to get a little, And he was like, tomorrow is perfect. That's fine. Come tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, bet. I set a time and appointment with him. And so tomorrow comes. I show up at dude's door, right? And he's still a little bit out of it. He's still wearing the same clothes from yesterday, but I need this activation because I haven't gotten very many of them. So I start asking him, hey man, it's me. I was here yesterday. I told you I'd be back at this time. Do you have your information? Can you get it? And he was like, oh, I'll be right back. And once he turned like that, I just got this weird feeling. And so I was like, interesting. He walked away. He left the door slightly open, and it was a mess. And so I'm like, that's crazy. No wonder he couldn't find this stuff. His house is dirty, right? And so I just take like a little step away from the door and do this. As I turn away, I see SWAT cars, like vans, SUVs pulling up. One pulls up, and as soon as they hit the curb, they don't pull in straight. They pull in at an angle like this, sideways. And then I see two dudes dressed in SWAT gear hop out the car, right? And they have their weapons drawn. And I'm not talking no little hand toy, bruh. They had big O, and they was pointing them at me, right? And as soon as I'm registering that these two big ass dudes is walking towards me with straps out, I see not one, not two, but three more squad cars pull up in the same fashion. One of them had 4 people in it. So now I'm surrounded by at least 8 people, all with weapons, all pointed at me in riot gear, telling me, one is saying get on the ground, the other is saying walk out of the fence, the other is saying hands in the air. And so I start to do one action, and somebody says, I said get on the ground. I start to do this, he says hands in the air. And so I'm like, bro, what? And I'm just looking both ways. I'm holding a clipboard. All I have is a book bag, a clipboard. I'm wearing a polo shirt with a name tag. And so as I'm trying to figure out what to do, I just throw my hands in the air and I'm like, oh my God, I'm at work. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. And then they start big booting, swarming in dude's house. And I just start running down the street, and I turn around and I'm like, wow, there's really 4 or 5 squad cars outside this man's house. And I have no idea what he's getting arrested for, but I set an appointment with him to come back today at this time. Were they listening yesterday? Did they think this was like some type of drop off or arrangement or something? All I know is I was hella scared. I got on the phone with my supervisor and I said, dog, I almost went to jail just now or got shot. And he said, what do you mean? And he came and met me, and he took me to go get lunch, and then he dropped me back off in the same neighborhood and said, finish up for the day.